Sleep is one of the most important factors of health, and today we're going to go over some top tips to make sure you get a good night's sleep. Now, when we sleep, we have many important things that happen to our body, including mitophagy, autophagy, which is basically the recycling of old cells and mitochondria to create new resources for healthy cells and mitochondria, as well as all of our growth and repair stages through our 24-hour period. These all happen during sleep, so it's a very important part of your day, and we spend a lot of our time asleep. So many things can interrupt your sleep and stop you getting a good night's sleep, whether it be something internal going through your head, rushing thoughts, or whether it be something external like the noise of the traffic outside or the light coming through the window. So here's some of my top tips that you may have not heard before. Now, the first one is starting with blue light blocking glasses. Literally a pair of glasses that you put on your head and that block the blue light, the artificial lights coming from outside into your eyes. Now, the reason why this is important is because blue light actually artificially stimulates your brain to stay awake. Of course, when the sun goes down, we're not meant to see light, so our eyes actually change the way we view light from using the cones in our eyes to the rods in our eyes. And on top of this, blue light actually stimulates certain hormone production to keep us awake, as well as inhibiting ocular melatonin. Now, melatonin is a very important substance for getting a good night's sleep, especially in the growth and recovery phases of sleep. It's a very important hormone for that. It also will literally give you that natural lethargic feeling in the evening, or the sleepiness, to get a good night's sleep. Blue light will completely inhibit your body's ability to secrete ocular melatonin. So it's very important that we stop the blue light hitting our eyes before we go to bed for at least a few hours, if not for the whole duration of when the sun goes down to when we go to bed. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is binaural beats. Now, you can get plenty of the examples of this on YouTube for free. You can buy some, you can do whatever you want, but binaural beats are basically a type of sound or a type of music that you listen to before you go to bed, or you could listen to it anytime during the day depending on what the binaural beats particularly are designed for, but the ones I'm talking about are the ones designed to listen to before you go to bed. And what they do is they change your brain waves. So we've got beta, which is lots of thoughts going through your head at once, very difficult to concentrate. Alpha, which is more of a calm, collected thought process. And then we've got theta and delta below that. Now, theta and delta are normally something we associate with sleep. People can reach theta, delta, or even lower into gamma through meditation. And theta brainwaves are very, very strongly linked to many things such as creativity and reduction in weight loss, anxiety. Decreasing one's brainwaves into a theta state has actually been linked to decreasing people's addictive tendencies also. Many great things, many great research linked to theta waves. So what we want to do is get you into a lower state brainwave, so down into theta state brainwaves before you go to bed. And this is also going to supercharge your body's ability to naturally heal yourself. You're almost like jumping forward a step and getting straight into that really nice space where you're going to start to have all those nice things happen to your body while you're sleeping. So again, binaural beats, extremely important. A few other things that are really important to do before you go to bed is take certain supplements or make sure certain minerals and enzymes are in your body. Two of these are magnesium and zinc, and they're very, very important to make sure you get a good night's sleep for cellular activity and for your nervous system, as well as certain hormone production. And one other thing that's also very important is enzyme CoQ10. This enzyme is really important for energy production during the evening. We rely on our mitochondria, which is the battery of each cell. We normally have hundreds or thousands of mitochondria in each cell. And these mitochondria use CoQ10 as the first part of the transport chain that they use to create energy. So it's very important to create that first step of energy using that CoQ10. So it's a very, very cool, really good way of creating good energy during your sleep, which will help you recover and grow a lot better again. So all these things being about making sure your sleep in itself is better. But now I'm going to give you 2 tools to help you get to sleep if maybe you're having something more internal going on with you, some rushing thoughts, some anxiety, some worries about the day past or the day to come. So my 2 biggest tips with this side of things is to create a to-do list and a gratitude list. So say 10 to 15 minutes before you go to bed, you write down 3 to 5 things in the day that happened to you that you're grateful for. Whether it be simply a nice cup of coffee with a friend, or a hug, or something else nice that happened that day. Just find a few things that you're grateful for that happened. Gratitude is the opposite emotion to worry. They are antagonists to each other. If you are grateful, you cannot be worried. So just keep that in your mind, keep that thought in your head, and you will have a lot better night's sleep. The other thing that causes poor sleep is often anxiety. And anxiety is often caused by the unknown, the fear of the unknown. What am I going to do about this? How am I going to deal with this? What have I got to do tomorrow? How long is that going to take? So quite literally, just writing down a to-do list, and if you want to go a little step further, write down how long each thing should really take you. You can now actually start seeing your day in front of you with a lot more clarity, which is a very calming effect. So remember what you're grateful for and know exactly what you've got to do tomorrow. And these will help you get into a relaxed, calm state along with the binaural beats to make sure you have the best night's sleep possible. I hope that's been educational for you. And if you're interested in hearing more and going a bit more into detail about how all these things work, I do talk about that a lot in my ebook. And I also talk a lot more about that, of course, in my membership system. So thank you for downloading these 7 steps to a better you. And I look forward to hearing from you soon.